I know it's been said a few times already, but it's impossible not to say enough, which is to say thanks so much to the Crane family and the Joseph family for having us tonight. It's really been a spectacular way to kick off this week. My name is Rich Lee, and I've known Brian for a long time. We met on the very first day of freshman year at Harvard, back in the fall of 1997. And to be honest, I didn't really quite know what to make of him at first. Here's this kind of skinny, cocky kid from Long Island. Apparently was recruited by the athletic department to run cross country, but no one ever saw him compete. So I don't know what happened there. And his most cherished possession appeared to be this VHS copy of his appearance on Team Jeopardy, an appearance in which he came in second. So, giving you a pre-wedding day bump there. But no, in actuality, we became friends pretty quickly, and we've been friends for nearly 20 years now. And so it was a little challenging. We shared a lot of great moments, a lot of great stories, and it was kind of challenging to figure out which one I should tell, and I finally came up with one. And it's a special one to me because it's a testament to why we've been friends all this time, and I think it also shows some of the qualities that really define him. And to tell this story, we have to take a time machine back to the summer of 1999. Brian and I were just a couple of 20-year-old kids. We had just finished our sophomore year at Harvard, and we were absolutely convinced of our own genius. I mean, this is a quality that Brian still has to this day, but we were so convinced we were geniuses. We came up with a genius business idea that I'm about to tell you. But keep in mind, this is 1999, so the internet was still in its infancy. The most popular website was, I think, hotornot.com. The most popular email provider was Hotmail, and I think it only has one user, and that's Chris Abad, right? And most importantly, no one had cell phones. Unless you were a drug dealer, you didn't have a cell phone. And so, before you go judge this genius idea with your 21st century hindsight, just keep that in mind. What Brian and I wanted to do was we were going to digitize all of the contact information and photographs and calendar information for our Harvard students and put it in the palm of your hand. And I say that because in 1999, the biggest, most popular device was the Palm Pilot 3E. It just came out, if you remember that. And we were convinced that we were going to dominate the world by building the first collegiate software platform on the Palm Pilot. And so we set out to do it. And so what we did, the first thing you do when you start a company is come up with a name. And Brian and I, perpetuating every negative stereotype of Harvard kids, the name we chose was ivydirect.com. That wasn't enough because we wanted world domination, so we then created a subsidiary called Ivy Palm, which was our Palm computing division. And what we set out to do was build this website where kids could come on and download this software with their Palm Pilots. And lest you doubt the genius of this, I actually have an email from 1999, from the fall of 1999, where we're discussing the features for this Ivy Palm site. And Brian actually wrote, how about an online Facebook? Is that feasible? Let me read that. 5 years before anyone heard of Mark Zuckerberg, we almost invented Facebook. I don't want to spoil the ending, but Ivy Direct did not IPO that year.
I don't want to spoil the ending. Ivy Direct did not IPO.
In fact, things were pretty grim. We were unable to find anyone to build us this Palm software. The best we could do was find a hacker to illegally download all of Harvard's student information onto our laptops. Cool. Which we were pretty excited about until the disciplinary committee came in and told us that we couldn't do it anymore. We were actually called in front of the ad board and had to explain ourselves. So they shut us down. And so in my mind, we were kind of done. I mean, we had a good run. I think we sold 6 Palm Pilots. But, if you know Brian, and it's been kind of alluded to, he is one of the most driven, relentless, never surrender, never say die, no limit soldier that anyone is. I mean, if you play Monopoly, you know what I'm talking about. It's not give up. And so, for years after the demise, after we shuttered our Palm computing division, Brian would say, hey, you know that Ivy Direct site? It'd be a great way to maybe have a consulting service for kids that want to get into Ivy League schools. And so we would kind of toss that around, and ultimately it wasn't something we wanted to do. And then maybe a couple years later, he would say, Ivy Direct, what a great name for a dating site. And we kind of talk about that, and that never came to fruition. And in fact, years later, when we let the domain finally expire because I couldn't deal with the financial burden of paying $9.99 to GoDaddy every year, Brian was crushed. He really was crestfallen. He really believed that this was something that we could do. And I'm telling this story not to highlight his relentless drive and never say die attitude, which is a quality I admire and I think speaks to why he's had such success. But I reflected on it and I kind of realized that it wasn't just about not giving up. What Brian had was a belief in us, in the things that we could do together, the things that we could create together. And he had this belief in me as somebody that he wanted to partner with, somebody that he wanted to do something great with. And if you know Brian, he has a tremendous loyalty to the people in his life that he believes in. About 5 years ago, at this time, Brian was working at Imperial, and I was a disgruntled law firm associate at a big law firm. And I was kind of struggling with quitting my job to start a venture. And it was scary to quit your job. And I remember Brian actually told me something I'll never forget. We were talking on the phone, and he said, look, don't worry. When you're ready, I got you. And I said, Brian, I don't even know what I want to do. He says, it doesn't matter. I believe in you. I want to invest in you. In fact, I already have a blank check with your name on it. Just let me know when you're ready. So I think the qualities that really define Brian, to my mind, are loyalty and generosity. He is so loyal to his friends, his family, the people in his life, and he is so generous with his time, with his support, with his enthusiasm. And I think a lot of us in this room have had experienced that firsthand. And I think it's so great that he's found somebody, Laura, to devote that loyalty and generosity to. And speaking of Laura, I don't think it's surprising that those same qualities of loyalty and generosity are the two that stand out to me when I think of Laura. I've been really blessed to have gotten to know her this past year, and as you all know, she is so amazing at giving herself, making everyone around her feel at ease. One quick story, this past summer, myself and a couple of Brian's high school friends who were staying at their house in Brentwood for a night. And Laura, I think, woke up at 4 a.m. to make us French toast. And this wasn't like the frozen French, this was some top chef caliber French toast. It was like homemade, pecan sauce. It was delicious. If it's on the menu on Sunday, you gotta make sure you
on Sunday.
But, and it's a small thing, but I think it speaks volumes about the kind of person she is in terms of going the extra mile to make everyone around her feel so comfortable and so welcome. And so I just want to say to the two of you, we're so happy that you found each other, you found partners to devote yourselves to. And so I'd like to conclude with a toast to Brian and Laura. May your love for each other, may your generosity and loyalty to each other only go stronger every day. Thanks.